Hello everyone, this is Overmind, and welcome back to another StarCraft 2 replay cast. I'm excited because today I have for you a PvP on Catalina. And spawning at the 9 o'clock position on our map, we have our red Protoss player, HotelDestiny. And spawning at the 5 o'clock position on our map, we have our blue Protoss player, Unreal. Now, Unreal, you'll note that his flock of probes, his fleet of probes, whatever a group of probes is looking pretty small, looking pretty thinned out, and that's because, first off, he sent out 2 probes to the 2 possible spawn positions his opponent could be at. HotelDestiny's own outgoing scouting probe might have gotten a glimpse of that one if he was looking at his minimap. Looks like Unreal is going to go ahead and hide this probe over here, and given that he has no pylons in his own main base, probably going to see a little bit of cheese. Probably going to see that happen. And indeed, there goes that pylon. HotelDestiny spotting this pretty much immediately, obviously paying a decent amount of attention to that minimap, which is always good. Probe's going to throw down a second pylon there, which looks like it's going to be seen right away by this probe that was sent to chase Unreal's probe out of his base. HotelDestiny shooing that probe away. Going to be able to deal with this first pylon pretty handily. Second pylon looks like was cancelled. These probes are going to go confirm that it was cancelled, and it looks like they're going to head back to mine. So right off the bat, we have Unreal a little bit behind. As soon as this is done being destroyed by these 2 probes, who've stopped destroying. No, there we go. Alright, they just took a little bit of a break. As soon as they're done, he's going to be supply blocked, which is going to be no good for him. Meanwhile, HotelDestiny can play pretty normally. Has a gateway, has his own pylon, decent amount of probes, assimilator. Living the good life, really. Unreal decides to build his new first pylon in his opponent's natural expansion. Which is a place to build it if you are going to cheese. And hey, if you're going to cheese, you might as well just keep cheesing. I mean, he's not going to catch up playing standard at this point, so proxy gateways going down. HotelDestiny echoing our own very innermost wishes. No cheese, please, he says. But instead he's going to experience the antithesis of his wishes, the exact opposite, in fact, as 4 proxy gateways are thrown down in his natural. However, HotelDestiny is doing something very good. He's going to scout around a good deal, and he's going to see that Unreal has nothing in his base. Absolutely nothing. And that's troubling. That is a sign that bad things are happening, that the cheese, the nonsense, the whatever, is not yet done. Gonna go ahead and circle around the base one more time just to make sure. Hopefully he will figure out where this proxy is. He does have 1 zealot out here from his gateway. Looks like he was gonna throw down a forge, but elected to go 2 more gateways, which is a perfectly fine response as well. He's gonna get a sentry, which would give him the option of force fielding this ramp here at the top. And this scouting probe might see it? No. Oh, okay. He's gonna go ahead and send his zealot to scout, but the zealot is about to scout 3 zealots being finished up, which is going to be sufficient to kill that zealot off. This zealot here actually was supply blocked for a long time, so he couldn't build out of that, because you can't actually build 4 zealots on only 1 pylon. And oh, force field is just a little bit off, and we all feel HotelDestiny's pain as several zealots rush into his base at the almost 6-minute mark. Oh, move the sentry back, move the sentry back. That's so much gas to lose. Don't lose the sentry. That pylon goes down, which prevents the first stalker from coming out. The sentry's gone. Additional gateways being added on, but HotelDestiny is supply blocked. Looks like Unreal decided to plant a pylon in the midst of all this, in hopes that it would disguise itself with the other pylon. Probes attacking. Zealots are way stronger than probes. Mothership Core is out. But Mothership Core is much better for its abilities than for, say, its attacks. So it's going to ring around the rosy here with this zealot. Additional zealots moving on in could probably do a lot more damage if they ran into this mineral line here and killed off the remainder of these probes. Lots of probes have been killed thus far. Stalker is out. Definitely want to micro it back. Micro it back. Don't lose the Stalker. Alright, he is moved back. Second Stalker joins him. Want to micro both of them. Should be able to take both of these Zealots out pretty handily with these Stalkers. Oh, don't lose the Stalker. Micro. Alright, several of the Zealots did get cleaned up. This Stalker is killing the Pylon when this Zealot is killing probes. No! HotelDestiny! Alright, he runs his probes away towards the Mothership Core. The Mothership Core is able to do a little bit, but the Zealot here has 5 kills, which is unfortunate. Deeply unfortunate, in fact, but it looks like he is going to finally get taken out. Reinforcements are on the way, though. And a probe sneaks in for Unreal and places a pylon. Because it's not enough that he has a pylon here. He has a forge, but apparently he can't just build cannons here. That would be unreal. Alright, no more bad jokes for today, guys, I promise. But Photon Overcharge going down, going to be quite helpful. Probes definitely need to run out of there. Probes escaping. All but one probe escaping. Zealots decide to focus down the Nexus, which is probably the least realistic building to take out in this attack. And in fact, the Zealots are killed. Looks like the Nexus is going to kill off this pylon here. Unreal's probe here in the back is going to build those cannons for his cannon rush? Cannon push? I don't know, guys. It's the 9.5 minute mark. What is it when you build cannons in your enemy's base at the 9.5 to 10 minute mark? What is that? I'm gonna call it a cannon push. But either way, it's ridiculous. Mothership Core is going to try and take out this pylon here, which is a very good call, because then all of Unreal's gateways will be unpowered. Yeah! Unreal just throwing down his cyber core, just finished up some assimilators. Definitely needs gas so that he can follow up with Stalkers. I don't know what the plan is here, you guys. I have no idea. It's very important that he get the gas, though, because he's mining with 4 probes here. Clearly it's important. Pylon falls. Gateways all unpowered. Unreal's is continuing the cannon push. Probe is killed. Alright, that's step 1 to this being taken care of. Now, HotelDestiny, you need to kill these cannons. I think if he maneuvers them correctly, he can do this. Oh no, the cannons are finishing. Okay. Alright, they're moving in. They can probably snipe one and then... No, don't move command past the cannons. Alright, 1 Stalker's down. Second Photon Overcharge of the game at the 11.5 minute mark. This Photon Overcharge is actually going to be pretty helpful, given that it's taking out a cannon. Looks like a pylon is going down here to reinforce those gateways. Probe is sneaking around the back again in the hopes of cannon pushing, because it's shown to be so effective, really. Now, I've been giving Unreal a lot of nonsense. Oh, kill the probe! Yes! Probe is killed, but the Mothership Core... Oh, that's painful. I think this is going to get cleaned up, though, especially with these Stalkers here helping. 1 Stalker helping. I have been giving Unreal a lot of nonsense, but in all honesty, being very aggressive is not necessarily a bad idea. You just want to make sure that you do it well. And it looks like he's following this up with proxy Stalkers that are coming on in now. So, I mean, he certainly has done a good job of keeping the pressure on HotelDestiny. HotelDestiny getting another Mothership Core. There it is. There we go. And needs to make those probes, because he is pretty low in the probe count after all of this back and forth. Reinforcing with Stalkers. Wants to go ahead and attack down here, but several of the Stalkers have finished from these gateways. Should be able to do this. 1 Stalker down. Should be fine, though. There we go. Alright, definitely wants to kill this pylon before the additional Stalkers finish to reinforce this. kill the pylon, HotelDestiny. Oh, it's gonna be so close. One stalker rallies to his death. Second stalker almost finishes. Unreal wants to go ahead and cancel these so that he gets the money back. Looks like he doesn't want to cancel this one. He canceled these two. This guy's so close that he doesn't want to give up on him, but probably it's a good idea to do so. His cannons are going to hang out up here, but remember, all of his gateways are unpowered. And at the moment, no, he's not research warp gate, so it's not a huge problem. At this point, Unreal is a little unsettled. He just got a mothership core, likely for defense. Throwing down a pylon here. He's not going to have any gateways in a moment, so hopefully he has a plan for this. But to be quite honest, I don't know what the follow-up to this would be. We have several sentries going down. And this is all going to get cleaned up pretty effectively by HotelDestiny. Looks like cannons are going to go down at the front of Unreal's base for a little bit of that defense, which he desperately needs at this point. If we look at the army supply, we see that it's 2 to 16. Worker supply slightly in Unreal's favor, but Unreal hasn't been harassed the entire game, so that's to be expected. HotelDestiny is catching up. Oh no, the sentries! Sentries probably should not lead the charge against cannons or anything like that. But this is finally all going to get cleaned up. So hopefully we've seen the last of this nonsense cannon pushing. We can get back to a normal game. HotelDestiny looks like he's going to build a robo facility, which is a decision that I really, really like. Because if your opponent is going to cheese you all game, it's possible that you'll want detection, isn't it? Ha! At the moment, I don't see too much of an indication that Unreal is planning on building DTs, but, you know, he's already cannon rushed half the game and spent the other half working on his Proxy 4 gate, so I'm not going to put anything past him. At this point, I'm guessing either DTs or Oracles will be the follow-up to this. But hey, HotelDestiny finally has his base to himself. Still don't have any gateways out of Unreal. Looks like he's going to have a reinforcing pylon for his front, not quite wall off with cannons. And he's going to throw down a ninja expansion. Unreal. Now at this point he's got to be a little bit worried. And it looks like he's throwing down those cannons for defense again. Because at this point, army supply is 26-2. Back at HotelDestiny's base, you'll see these really, really nice outer pylons here going down, which are going to give him very good vision of the outsides of his base to make sure that no probes sneak in and try and build cannons, or anything nonsense like that. He also has most of his army positioned at the top of his ramp, so hopefully that won't be too much of a problem. I do want to note that versus Protoss, probably not necessary to have this many sentries. I believe he's doing this because for a long time he had an excess of gas and not quite enough minerals, probably just transferring additional probes to mine minerals and then transferring back to gas later would have been a slightly better solution than building that many sentries. But he is going to go ahead and move out across the map. HotelDestiny is mad. His stalkers are angrily stomping across the map. Mothership Corps following it up. They're all going to head out. And at this point, he has a decent chance of just ending the game with the army supply at 2 to 40, which is insane. We do have a pylon here to reinforce this attack in case he needs more units to battle the cannons at the front. He should be able to just walk up the ramp, kill the cannons, and then walk in and kill everything else. And here's the kill on the cannons. Oh, Unreal Photon Overcharge. No, no, HotelDestiny, kill the cannons. Just kill the cannons. HotelDestiny decides to move command most of his army through the photon overcharging cannons when he could have just killed these cannons and then simply safely waited down here off to the side, outside of the range of the photon overcharge. But I don't think it's actually going to be a game-ending problem. I think it's going to be fine. HotelDestiny reinforcing from his new, even closer shiny red pylon at the bottom of the ramp here, and has the rest of his army sitting realistically within Unreal's base. Photon overcharge is done, but I think he has enough for a second one. Looks like there's a little bit of posturing for position, a little bit of poking around. Army supply 50 to 2. An additional cannon being put down. Some probes trying to make their way out, but unsuccessful. And up the ramp he goes. Just gonna go ahead and kill the cannons. That's right, that's what we like to see. HotelDestiny break the front. Probably could do with a little bit less move command there, but I don't think it's going to be a huge deal, because his army supply is just so much higher than Unreal's. Even with the photon overcharge, Mothership Core is going to go down. Air is being researched, and it looks like the reason for that is because Unreal's gonna make Void Rays. Which, you know, really is the logical follow-up, because if you're going to cheese, you better cheese all the way. You better cheese all the way, all the time, and just never stop cheesing, because why would you ever want to do anything else, right, guys? Now, I do want to note that simply building Void Rays might not be considered cheese, but I'm going to go ahead and call it that, because let's face it, he's going to build only air units against a player that he's been harassing all the game. And Void Rays are really, really, really good, so we're just gonna go with it, you guys. HotelDestiny trying to kill off as many of these probes as possible. Probes are going to go ahead and run on along. Looks like the probes are headed off to this base here, so they're gonna lead HotelDestiny's army right on over there. Additional forge going down so that he can make sure that he can always build cannons. In the meanwhile, Void Rays are moving out across the map. And they're about to find HotelDestiny's new expansion. Oh, you guys. And they're gonna take out the expansion? They're not gonna take out the expansion. It's not a big deal to them. Over here we have HotelDestiny killing the crap out of Unreal's base. He now has no nexus, which means that he can no longer mine. Several stalkers being warped in here, almost killing off a Void Ray. Looks like Unreal's going to go ahead and bow out of the game. Our cheeser getting his just desserts as the majority of HotelDestiny's army rolls on in through here to take care of this base. So, as we do see, cheesing just does not pay. All of the time. I mean, unless it's you on the ladder, in which case cheesing is going to work all of the time, because that's the way cheese works. And goodness, isn't that frustrating, but it is so nice to see a game in which the person who cheeses does wind up losing. We saw an excellent hold from HotelDestiny. HotelDestiny, thank you so much for the submission. If you would like to submit a game to see me cast it, go ahead and send it to NoobCrafted at gmail.com. That's NoobCrafted at gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I had fun casting. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a good night.